Welcome to Gooru Navigator. Establishing equity and excellence in learning demands systemic change that is complex, because many requirements must be met. It needs to be designed for equity, enable lifelong learning at scale, uphold privacy and keep data secure, provide total choice as to why, what, where, and how to learn. There should be interoperability between the various tools and content. It should include all types of learning activities, work in low-technology environments with intermittent connectivity, and integrate research with practice so learning outcomes are accelerated. In trying to meet this challenge of complexity today, learning providers support their learners, instructors, and administrators through the use of many educational tools, from platforms like iStation, Newsela, and Zern, to state-standardized tests, team project, after-school programs, and so many more. Each of these tools and programs provide powerful insights into where a learner is. However, on their own, they only show pieces of the whole learner. Without aggregating data from the many tools and programs, learning providers cannot understand the whole person. Without this complete understanding of the person, it becomes very difficult to personalize the instruction for each learner, provide real-time actionable insights to all other stakeholders, and enable systemic change in learning. A learning data backbone providing real-time, actionable insights to all stakeholders will empower us to tackle the complexity of systemic change in learning. A group of pioneering schools, together with Gooru, have co-created a learning data backbone called the Gooru Navigator to do just that. And we open-sourced it to make it available to all other learning providers. Gooru Navigator provides 3 core capabilities. 1. It aggregates data. Using an interoperability framework, tools providers can share data from various sources. 2. It locates the learner. This data is processed to understand the whole learner in terms of their knowledge, mindset, and engagement. 3. It personalizes pathways. Gooru Navigator leverages data to suggest personalized pathways of open resources. It also has applications for every stakeholder: teachers, parents, principals, instructional coordinators, and superintendents. It all comes together in 5 steps. Step 1. Set the learning objectives. For example, US school districts define goals for proficiency in core subjects, growth targets for their English language learners or learners with special needs, and teacher PD goals as part of the state accountability plans. Step 2. We map out tools used to meet these learning objectives, and this becomes your learning registry. Step 3. We then enable these learning registry tools to log activity stream data using standard protocols into a data lake that you own. This is a key unique feature that protects you and your learners' data. Step 4. The data is used to dynamically update each learner's proficiency profile while computing efficacy measures for each tool used. Step 5. We leverage the data to generate actionable insights. Learners receive personalized pathways, instructors can individualize interventions, educational leaders like principals can review the progress and ensure equity, and superintendents can scale success, all of which then updates progress towards the goals. To help you get started, we developed various exemplar tools that leverage this learning data backbone that you can start using today. Let's explore some of these now, starting with Gooru Navigator for Learners. Navigator for Learners is a tool learners can use to identify their gaps in knowledge, view and navigate personalized pathways to fill those gaps, and find support. This is also a tool that will start to populate your data lake with detailed activity stream data from the learners. Navigator for Learners is at its heart a GPS for learning. It empowers the student to understand where they are going, and how to get there. And just like a GPS, provides them reroutes if they need it. To get started, download the Gooru Navigator for Learners app or access the web app on guru.org. Learners then select their destination like 7th grade math or 6th grade science. And now that we have their current location and target, we can give them personalized GPS-like directions to their learning destination. On this map, they can explore their learning journey. They can zoom into their route to see the domains, topics, and even the individual competencies they'll be learning. Each step on the way, they gain proficiency in various competencies, using curated open resources already available on Navigator or premium resources from tools that have been integrated. These resources could include video, project-based content, interactive simulations, and so many more. At any point in time, students can check where they are on their learning journey, review what they have completed, and see what's coming up next. They then answer playlists of questions to evaluate their understanding of the concepts being taught. That can include machine-graded questions or free response questions that are rubric-graded for offline tasks and projects. And based on their performance, we will guide them to the next step in their journey, offering them a reroute suggestion if we notice they are struggling. A reroute provides them an alternative path to follow, covering concepts that will help them progress in their learning journey. As they learn, we will track their proficiency and show detailed information on their progress. This is Navigator for Learners. Now, let's look at Navigator for Instructors. This is a tool that will use the data generated by Navigator for Learners and the other data in your data lake to provide actionable insights and recommendations. Gooru Navigator for Instructors provides real-time data to instructors about their learners, with tools and recommendations to support them in their classroom practices. On the Performance Overview page, instructors get a quick overview of their cohorts and see where each learner is in their learning journey, the progress they have made, and their overall performance. Here, instructors can see a snapshot of the competencies their learners are struggling with, how many activities they have completed, and get meaningful recommendations of curated learning materials that will help provide personalized interventions to struggling students. In the Class Progress Report, instructors can access detailed performance data by day, week, month, or custom time periods, and then view detailed data on competencies gained, lessons studied, assessments taken, and the time spent on these activities. In the Domain Competency Report, instructors can access detailed competency-related data to see how their students are doing in each topic and competency. On the Learning Journey page, instructors can see the full journey broken down by milestones and lessons for each competency. They can look at the different learners who are studying these lessons and get aggregated performance data for each milestone, lesson, collection, and assessment. Instructors can grade offline tasks, projects, proof, and essays using rubrics, while multiple choice questions and other questions are machine graded by Navigator. And based on performance, we help instructors make suggestions to an individual learner or a cohort of learners. On the Class Activities page, instructors have access to highly curated content of different types of activities from various providers, like assessments, collections of learning material, or offline activities. They can search for content based on their curriculum scope and sequence and find content they want to teach, and plan their activities ahead of time and assign them to different cohorts of learners. Instructors can even conduct live assessments and learn in real time how well their learners have understood the concepts. And, if they require it, provide online instruction by enabling video conference on Google Meet or Zoom. Now, let's look at Mission Control. This is a tool that will aggregate all the available data in your data lake and provide stakeholders with real-time actionable insights that can be geared towards achieving your learning goals. Here, educational leaders can explore relevant learning data they have access to, for example, for the schools and cohorts they lead. In this example, we will explore some data as a super user, looking at the United States. In this example, we can see that there were 29,053 competencies gained in the US in the month of February. We can review actionable suggestions based on the aggregated data, and we can view custom reports based on metrics that are important to the particular user. We can inspect any of the cards and get more detailed analytics about progress, performance, time spent, and other metrics. Each custom goal-based report shows progress towards that goal, as well as actionable insights relating to the goal based on analysis of the data. We can drill down into the data for a particular state, school district, school, or even class where individual data can be reviewed. All of these free and open tools come together to support your goals. Start with using Gooru Navigator. Through our diagnostics and learning activities, data will immediately start to flow into your data lake. Here, we will compute your learner's identity, proficiency, and learning gaps, all linked to competencies. From this, you will immediately benefit by being able to provide your learners personalized pathways through open educational resources, and providing detailed actionable insights to all other stakeholders. Then, over time, as you map out additional tools to your data lake, the depth at which you are able to understand the learner will increase, allowing for greater personalization and recommendations. With Gooru Navigator, we can tackle the complexity of systemic change with elegance to address these many important requirements. Learn more at guru.org.